Okay, the desert got a little hot. Okay, whatever you're doing, stop. All right, I see a trailhead coming up.
This town for a day, get behind the wheel and drive. We don't care about the time with you by my side. I don't need to hide, I feel alive. You bring me coffee in the morning.
All right, Michelle, tell us where we are and where we're going.
Well, we are at the Goblin Valley State Park, and I was just looking at the map, trying to figure out. Looks like there's a main Valley of the Goblins that sounds really cool, where you just kind of wander around through all of these hoodoos. And then there's a couple of trails that I think we're going to try to check out. So Goblins Lair, I think Shane wants to do. That's about a 3-mile round trip hike.
A cave.
It has a cave. Although it says it requires basic bouldering skills to climb into the lair. I'm not sure what that means, so we'll see. All right, here we go.
A cave. We're going to a cave. So we're starting our drive, and this is the very first thing we came around the corner to see as we are heading into the park itself. Those are the hoodoos that they're talking about. Alright guys, here we are overlooking our first little ordeal. You can see all the little goblins down there. I guess they're called hoodoos. It looks like a whole little army. I feel like I'm in like, I don't know, Lord of the Rings or something. Kind of an interesting little drop down in. All right. It's like walking around at Halloween or something. We're just in this maze of little goblin creatures.
Well, I can tell you a little bit about what they are.
All right. All right, Michelle, why don't you go ahead and inform us on what they are?
So it says that they're scientifically...
Prepare class, we're going to get a lesson now.
So it says that they're scientifically known as hoodoos, and they were formed through the gradual erosion of intratus sandstone, which was deposited about 170 million years ago, when the area was a tidal flat situated next to an ancient sea. So as sand washed in with the tides, the surrounding area eroded into the sea, depositing silt and clay. These components layered to form interbedded sandstone. Nature sculpts the goblins in earthly shapes from the interbedded sandstone through the process called spheroidal weathering. I guess I said that right. And then it says that because the siltstone and shale layers are softer than more resistant sandstone layers, they dissolve more quickly. So there's our lesson for the day about hoodoos.
Is it time for recess, teacher?
It's time for recess.
Let's go explore. I'm still sticking with we're going into a secret mushroom land. Somebody's a little excited about being able to get out of the car. So this is an hour up from Coral Reef. So we are staying at, or I'm sorry, Capitol Reef, where we are camping. But we decided to just take a little day trip, and it's an hour drive, and come up here just to check out this. We had heard it was really cool. And I do have to say, it is. Definitely a interesting little area.
It looks like there was a lot of BLM property right outside of this.
Yeah, lots of boondocking around here. But zero cell service. Like, we can't get our phones, couldn't even get our maps to open up. So beware if you come out here and you need cell service.
And it's a $20 entrance fee for 2 days though.
$20 2 days per car.
Not a one-day option.
Yeah, no one-day option. And if you don't want a boondock, they do have a campground. I don't know if they have services, but that's $35 a night. It's really cool.
It is really cool.
Just all these like little, like I said, I feel like I'm in some like Lord of the Rings movie or something like that.
Yeah. Or Wizard of Oz. I'm waiting for the munchkins to pop out.
I'm waiting for all these little goblins to start
Look,
moving.
that one looks just like a mushroom.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. Okay, I can see
Oh,
that.
here's a double mushroom. Yeah, stand by it. Oh, Jack's looking for the shade.
Yeah. I thought it would help scale it.
There you go. Just give you an idea what it's like. Look at this double one.
Oh yeah.
Go behind it. Put your face in between. There we go. Out here, this is just a little bit of what we're hiking by as we're traipsing through the desert. Looking for this Goblins Lair. Looking for that cave. Jack's
That's pretty.
over here on our left, it's like surface of the moon or something. At least what the moon looked like last time I was there anyway. Just a whole lot of desert out there. Uh-oh. Somebody lost their hat. Or maybe that's just where they're buried. Oh, Jack's gonna be happy. Look at all this shade. So now we're on the back side of Goblin Valley. That's that area where we were in with all the little goblins running around in there, you know. They're not running around, but you know what I mean. And this is the back side of it that leads to the Goblin Lair. Oh, let's stop here and let Jack have a rest. Okay, the desert got a little hot, so Jack decided to ride in my backpack. He's getting a piggyback ride. Huh?
Stay up there, Jack.
There you go, buddy. See? There you go. How's that? Is that harder or easier on you, huh? All right, we are supposedly about the last quarter mile. You can see this. That is actually the backside of Goblin Valley. So we've had to circle around it. You can see some of the crowns up on the top were the ones that we looked at from the front side. And we're still just out here in the middle of this desert. We lost that horse with no name.
Yeah, we did.
Jack's still with us.
Yep, took a shade break.
On the back side here, see the sun shining over. Heading up this trail. Gonna get up there, that final spot where the lair is. How you doing, Mama?
I'm good.
What do you think of this trail so far?
It's hot and the sand is a little bit, it's like walking on the beach. So make sure you have good walking shoes. Supportive, you know, maybe for your ankles, but it's been good.
Lots of water?
Lots of water. Make sure you have lots of water. And, you know,
Jack will tell you that.
Shane and I aren't the best morning people, so it probably would have been a better idea to have done this like first thing in the morning.
Well, we had conference calls this morning, so.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if you're planning on coming here, try to come earlier or in the evening.
Yeah.
It's starting to finally, like, let's see, it's almost 5 o'clock, so I can tell it's starting to cool down a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah.
Very pretty, though.
The last climb. Come on, Frodo.
Be a good boy.
Can you make it? Come here, Jack. Come here, buddy. The last little section till we get up to the cave is right behind these big rocks, apparently. There's where we've been coming down. There's our trail down. There's the desert. All right, guys. We reached the cave. I'm going to try to show you as we go down in here. You can kind of see there's a tunnel, the light that goes on up in there. Oh, that's people down there.
I know, I have to take my sunglasses off too.
Pretty cool cave that goes back. Hey, welcome to Couples Corner.
Hi.
So today we're going to talk about bids and turning towards and away and what exactly those terminologies mean. So in relationships, it's really important for couples to be turning towards each other instead of away from each other. You think about, the two people, if they're constantly turning towards each other, that's a good thing. Bids are what we usually do in order to try to build connection and to get those. So bids come in several different forms. Typically they're phrases that we kind of throw out to our partner. They don't have a question mark at the end of them. They don't sound like a question, but they're looking for a voice of connection. So we'll give you some examples. A bid that's thrown out, there's 3 ways we can handle it. We can accept the bid, we can turn away from the bid, or we can reject the bid. So what we're going to do first is we will show you what accepting the bid looks like. So imagine I'm in the car, I'm driving down the road, and this happens.
Wow, those are really pretty trees.
So there's no question mark there. I don't need to say anything. But actually what she's doing is she's looking for a bid. She's looking for connection. So if I'm to accept that bid, I would something like, yeah, I really like the red ones.
Yeah, me too.
Instantly, we now feel like we have connection. We've kind of come together and we feel this bond and connection. Now, other ways that this can be is where we turn away from this, and it will sometimes look like this. I'm driving again.
Wow, those are pretty trees.
This time I don't say anything. I just keep driving, right? There's no question mark. I don't need to say anything. Typically what gets followed up with is what we call a rebid. It would look like something like this.
Wow, I really like yellow ones.
Now what she's hoping in this time is that I would then accept the bid. Yeah, I kind of like the red ones better. Boom, we have connection. If I don't, for those couples, when we have these kind of things and we don't turn towards them, if I just would let that go, over time, we start growing apart. She stops doing bids, I stop doing bids, and we start turning away from each other. And that's something we really want to stay away from, is the turning away. Now, the last way we can handle bid is what we call rejection. And there's usually not a rebid after rejection, and it's a complete shutdown right off the bat. And it looks something like this. I'm driving that car again.
Oh, those are beautiful trees.
Will you shut up? Can't you see the traffic? I'm trying to drive. Now be quiet. Okay.
Wow. That's not going to go so well.
And that's a rejection of a bid. When we shut someone down really hastily like that, that's going to create it to where they're not going to do bid, and they're immediately going to be turning away. And the sooner that happens, or I'm sorry, the more that happens, the sooner we will really be turned away from each other. So the idea of bids, again, is to connect with each other. It's for us to try to turn towards each other. So think about yourself when you're sitting there as two individuals. When your partner is there with you and bids are being put out, are you turning towards your partner or are you turning away from your partner? Really work on turning towards your partner this week, okay? Hey, thanks for watching our videos.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up and tell all your friends.
Yes,
and
please.
We will see you on the road.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
When we go to bed at night, we won't turn out the light until we